Hello everyone, welcome back to Talking Reds, and this is Champions League match day. Liverpool travel across to Spain to face Girona in the sixth match day of Champions League, having won 5 out of 5 so far, beating Real Madrid 2 weeks ago at Anfield to make it 5 wins out of 5 on top of the Champions League group currently. But there are still 3 games to go in Girona, Lille, and PSV Eindhoven left to play. The easiest, you'd say, of the games left to play. We've played the hardest games. We've played Leipzig, AC Milan, Bologna, Real Madrid. So we've come across some big teams so far, and we've come out of it unscathed. We've come out of it 5 wins out of 5. We've got 3 on paper. I want to say easy teams, but I'm not disrespecting these teams here. But on paper, they are the easiest teams that we have faced so far in Champions League, but they could be the hardest games. You never know with football. You never know with this competition, and we may get quite complacent. Having won 5 out of 5, can we get complacent and not finish top? Because right now our aim is to finish top of that group and make sure we get a decent run in, obviously through to the next round, about the playoffs. Avoid whoever's come second as well to the final. Hopefully, Burnley will come second as well. Hopefully Barcelona if we come top, which would be nice. But we've got to get the job done. I said the other night, we can't rest on our laurels. We can't change the team too much. We've got to make sure we come top of that Champions League group first, get it sorted first, and then maybe start resting players a little bit further on. And that's what I don't expect Slot to do. Slot has said there's going to be no rotation really in the Champions League. Some of the youngsters have gone obviously with the under-19s to face Girona in their under-19 tournament, but I can't see too much rotation for Arne Slot in tonight's game. It's not even tonight's game; it's this afternoon's game. Actually, it's 5:45 kickoff, an early kickoff, and I do like that. Actually, it'd be nice to get it out of the way, and then the rest of the night see what everyone else does, and see what our competition is behind us in terms of chasing us for that top spot. It is very interesting. We're playing a Girona team that aren't the best of form right now. I don't think the Girona team from last season that did make the Champions League, surprisingly. But this season, they are 9th in the league. On and off results, they just got battered by Real Madrid on Saturday at home, lost 3-0. So they are definitely there to be beat tonight. And convincingly, I don't know, because away from home, we haven't been convincing at all. So especially when we're going away in Europe, it's even a little bit more difficult in terms of making it sure it's convincing. But we did beat AC Milan convincing away, I thought. Anyway, I know we weren't 1-0 down, but we dominated the game amazingly. But other than that, we haven't been really convincing away from home this season. So that there is a little bit of, not say doubt, but there is a little bit of Girona can actually get something here if we don't perform. So we need to perform. We need to concentrate on ourselves. If we do perform, I do believe we'll beat Girona easily. I'd like to say it depends on how we perform, but you can't take anything for granted. Girona are there for a reason. They got there last year, and they're going to show us tonight why they are there. And if they don't, they're in for a team that's on absolute confidence right now, having beat Real Madrid and beat Man City. Obviously, the draw against Newcastle wasn't helpful, but also rested as well. Not just on form, but on rested as well after the weekend. Everything game being postponed has probably given Arne Slot a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to get his players back to full fitness. Obviously, Jota's coming back, Alisson Becker's coming back. This talk of Chiesa coming back into training now. So getting these players back that have been out, Arviela obviously come back as well. Getting these players that have been back that are out would help Arne Slot massively in terms of being able to rest players, being able to try different players in different positions, because Jota, we have missed Jota for his goals. I know Salah's picking up the pieces right now in terms of goals wise, but it would be nice to have Jota available for those games where we need a goal or nothing, and he's a clinical finisher that can score from nothing. We've missed him massively, I think, in terms of that, and just to take the pressure off Salah as well in terms of the goals as well. But tonight's game, obviously, like I said, Girona are the best at the moment this season. In the Champions League, they've played 5 games, obviously, and lost 4, won 1. And the only one they won was on to Slavan Bratislava, which or was it away Slaven Bratislava? It was against Slaven Bratislava anyway. I think it might be away actually. We went 2-0 away against them, and again, that's not the easiest, not the hardest opposition at all. Slovakian side, so it's hard to really judge them on that win. However, they lost at home to Sturm Graz, which was shocking for them. Sturm Graz have taken over Salzburg in Austria over the past couple of seasons. Say what you will about Salzburg and certain Pep Linders at the moment, because he's turned them into dog shit. But Sturm Graz did beat them last Champions League game, which was 2 weeks ago. They got battered by PSV away 4-0. Feyenoord beating them at Girona 3-2, and they lost to PSG 1-0. So really, the PSG loss was probably one of their best results in the Champions League, which is mad it sounds because of the scoreline. But the last 2 games, losing to PSV 4-0. I know PSV are very, very good at home and very, very. They've got some clinical players up front. They've got some amazing players going forward of PSV, so they can batter teams at times. But that is a shocking result, really, to be battered by them 4-0 and then lose to Sturm Graz as well. They're there really for the taking for us. We should be putting at least 3 or 4 past these, and if we play well, definitely that should be a given. I think 3 or 4. No pressure on the players, but if PSV could score 4 past them, we should be able to at least put a few past them tonight. It's been an interesting game. I want to see this game where I could see likes of Harvey Elliott getting a chance. And if Jota is fit enough, get him a chance as well, and see what they are like getting back into this team. And it would have been nice to see a couple of youngsters as well this afternoon, this evening. I like to say this evening, but we'll see what Arne Slot. We'll see what Arne Slot does. I don't think he'll rotate it too much, and I get that because, like I said, we need to make sure we get top of this Champions League group and get the job done. Basically, ensure the job is done before we start messing around with the system, messing around with the players and the people that are there, and giving them rest and stuff. But it's been an interesting game. McAllister is suspended, like he is at the weekend in Champions League. He's suspended for Champions League and suspended for the league, so he needs to calm down and see yellow cards a little bit going forward. But the team I expect, obviously Kanate out is a big miss. Alisson Becker possibly could be back in. Do I expect him to play tonight? No. I still expect him to play Kelleher in there. Trent at right back, obviously. Will he go back with Gomez and Van Dijk is the question, or will he give Quansah a chance at centre back? I don't think he will. I think he will stick with Gomez and Van Dijk and Robbo at left back. The midfield 3, I think, sort of picks itself because of McAllister's not being there and Harvey Elliott coming back from injury. I think it will be Gavin Birch, Curtis Jones and Soboslai as the middle 3. Up front, this is where the question happens, who do you play? Because Núñez deserves dropping. If we're honest with ourselves, Núñez deserves dropping. Whether he does that in the Champions League or waits till the weekend to do that, that's a different question. I expect him to go with Núñez again, if I'm honest, because of the fact that it is Girona and we are playing a team here that's just been battered by Real Madrid, battered by PSV, beaten by Sturm Graz. It will probably see an opportunity there to get a few goals and try play Núñez into form rather than just dropping him and kicking him up the arse that way. I think he might see it as an opportunity he possibly might make the score sheet, and hopefully that boosts him up a little bit more. But he's done it before the season already. He's got the score sheet, and we've not seen anything afterwards. So, but I feel like I think I expect Arne Slot to do that. I think that's what I expect from Arne Slot. I do expect him to play Núñez again. I think he'll put Gakpo on the left tonight instead of Diaz. I don't know why. I feel like he's not going to play Diaz tonight unless he puts him through the middle against instead of Núñez. So, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think the starting 11 is going to be? It'll be an interesting starting 11. I think defense and midfield picks itself. Alisson and Kelleher, you don't know at the moment with that. But I think it's the forward line mainly that's probably for it, mainly that striker position. Does he go Diaz up there? Does he play Núñez again? Does he play Diaz on the left, or does he play Gakpo on the left? We'll see with that one. Either way, I don't think no matter what team we put out tonight, I expect us to win. Girona's team news is quite interesting though, because Victor Saigankov is out, who's one of their key wingers. He's got a calf injury at the moment. I think a calf injury and his abs actually. That's what I read yesterday. That is abductor and a calf. I say his abs. His abductor and calf are injured, so he is out at the moment. But the main player right now we're looking at is probably Stuani, up front, 38 years old, and is still doing business for Girona. You know, he's always been in around the La Liga scene. He's always been a player that I like to see scoring goals, but make sure it's not tonight. At 38-year-old though, you got to take your hat off sometimes and say, look, if you're still doing it at 38-year-old in one of top European leagues, this is no diss to anyone else that's gone anywhere else around the world, but you've got to take your hat off and say fair play to Stuani, because, and he's still scoring goals, by the way, he's still doing it, he's still scoring goals, he's still a threat, and I think he's going to see tonight though against Virgil. It's going to be an interesting battle between him and Virgil, because he's not exactly going to be blessed with pace. He's getting on with his life, so it'd be a different game for Virgil that is usually is used to. Especially like he played Alexander Isak last week. This guy's fast, comes short, gets him behind you as well. But Stuan is more of an intelligent striker, and that will be an interesting battle tonight between Stuan and our defenders. A battle I expect Van Dijk to pretty much win, but you can't just take anything for granted. I do think it'd be a fun one to watch. I think that. But I'm really looking forward to the game. Like I said earlier, I think I am happy that it's actually for 5:45 kickoff, because I can watch my game, enjoy it. You know, we'll beat Girona, enjoy that, and then the rest of the Champions League, just relax for the rest of the Champions League and watch the rest of them and see who else is a big threat this season as well. It'd be nice to watch other teams as well to see who is a threat on the same night as us, obviously, because when our game's on, it's only our game I'm going to watch. But it would be nice to see other teams as well and see who I see as, I don't know what I'm saying here. I really don't know what I'm saying. See who I see as a threat to Liverpool in terms of Champions League way, and who can get to that top 8, and who can push on to the knockout stages and even further to the final and semi-final, because there's some good teams up there. Barcelona right now are still my major threat in terms of Champions League anyway. Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid are always going to be a threat no matter what. All three are going to go through. I believe Arsenal will get top 8. I think Man City will get top 8. I think they'll get through top 8. Real Madrid is on the brink of like not getting that top 8 and falling out of it completely, but they will go through Real Madrid. Whether they do enough to get top 8 right now, I think they might have left it too late in terms of that, but it's still on. It's still on, and I'm hoping Real Madrid don't get top 8 and get a playoff just for extra games in general. I think they'll go through anyway, but knacker them out a little bit. But yeah, right now we're looking very, very good. We're in the ascendancy. We're top of the league, top of the Champions League, and we've got 3 games. 3 should be winning games, and should be doesn't work though in football. We know this. Should be doesn't work. We should have beaten Newcastle, but we didn't. We should have beaten Forest, but we didn't. And we seem to step up more in the bigger games this season. It's these lesser teams, with all due respect, it's these lesser teams that have been our, I won't say kryptonite because we come out of them with wins, but our stumbling blocks. They've tested us more than what like Man City did or Real Madrid. Southampton away tested us. Real Madrid, Crystal Palace away, Wolves away, tested us. The only lesser team that aren't tested this season is probably Man United. Other than that, the lesser teams have basically tested us. So it's not a given win tonight, this evening, but I do expect us to come out on top. Right, in terms of the game itself, though, what scoreline do I think it's going to be? What scoreline do you think, guys, it's going to be? Let me know in the comments what score you think it's going to be. Who's your player to watch tonight? I think it's going to be a big, big game for Szoboszlai. I think it's a perfect game for Szoboszlai to get more involved in output and get goal or assist tonight. I think it's a perfect opportunity for him to nail down that place, especially Harvey Elliott coming back. He's got to really fight for that place now, which is good, which is what we needed really, because him playing without someone behind him, complacency can happen much easier, and players can know that they're going to get in the team sheet every single week. So I'm hoping tonight is a game for Szoboszlai. I expect Szoboszlai to be the one to drive us forward tonight. That's my prediction. Might not happen. If you've got someone else in mind, obviously King Mo is going to be atop of most people's list because he's the one that's been saving us every single week and he's our best player in terms of talent. So, but I do believe tonight is for Szoboszlai. I think it's perfect game for Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones obviously coming in. He's got to make a stake for his place as well because McAllister's out. He's got to take advantage of that. Personally, he's got to take advantage of that and perform well. And I think it'll work tonight. I think I was worried about playing Everton at the weekend without McAllister because of the work rate of the midfield. I don't think I'm worried about that too much. I think we'll keep most of the ball more so than what we did against Everton. So I'm not too worried about it because I want to control the game tonight. I'm not really too worried about the lack of McAllister in terms of defending side of things. I don't think we need much defending. I think set pieces will probably become a problem tonight, if anything. I can see Girona really going at us and trying to win free kicks in and around the box. And we know what it's like in Europe. We see free kicks given for absolutely nothing. Spanish teams like to go down a lot and win a lot of free kicks, and I expect that to happen tonight. I think Girona will play for that and try to play for corners and free kicks in and around the area. So I think that's the major threat for them. Other than that, I'm not really too bothered. Open play is not really bothering me. I think we'll control the game. I hope that don't come back to bite me in the ass, by the way, and me saying, oh, I expect that I'm not worried about open play. And they score like free open play, Barcelona-esque, Prime Brazil-esque goals and beat us 3-0. I'll apologise to every Liverpool fan if that happens. It's on me, but I don't expect it to happen. I don't think many people expect it to happen. However, but I still think we'll come out of my prediction. If I'm going to give a prediction, scoreline prediction, I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0, which is quite, if you look at PSV beating them 4-0, it's quite underwhelming. But I think 3-0, I think we'll get the job done quite early on, maybe 3-0 up by 65th minute, 60th minute. I think he'll start making subs. We might even get a late one. We might get like a late goal from a substitution to make it 4-0. So 3-0 or 4-0, definitely. I think we'll get at least 3 against these tonight. So it's a good game. I think it's a very interesting game. So obviously, I watched much of Girona. I watched a little bit of them last year in the league, just to see what they were doing. So obviously, I watched them go up in the league, and I think, oh, these must be actually decent sides. So I watched them a couple of times, and they weren't amazing, but they got the job done a lot, and they seemed to get what got them through last season was mentality, massive mentality. They got through games you didn't expect them to get through. Even like a red card didn't even stop them getting a result last season. This is a different Girona, I think, this season. We're sort of seeing like that drop off now of that first season pushing up there for top 4 under that ownership, and we're starting to see a drop off a little bit this season. I think just the gulf of class between Liverpool and Girona right now is probably too much for them. So hence the 3-0, 4-0 scoreline predictions. If you have got a different kind of prediction, if you have got a player to watch tonight in terms of Girona's team or Liverpool's team, get it in the comments. Get your player in the comments. Get your score predictions in the comments. Get your man of match predictions in the comments. Do you think we're going to win 8 out of 8 in the Champions League? What do you expect in terms of team news as well? Do you think Slot will rotate, or do you want Slot to rotate as well? Are you happy for him to keep the same team going, or do you want them to be vested a little bit more in games like this? Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, get your notification bells on, so we do content out every single day. We'll be going live at some point soon. I'm trying to do a little bit of recordings to help you shorter recordings and a bit more content out for you guys as well. I'm trying to make it fresh and entertaining for you guys. Different kind of things coming up as well this week. Talking quizzes may go into the second round soon. I'm trying to get some more people to do first round first, and then going into the second round, which is going to be talking about bingo. So that is going to be a fun episode, which is going to be head to head, two people against each other, and it's going to be a bingo style talking quiz. Talking that's again coming out this week. I'm going to try to get talking rivals out this week as well. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, notification bells on, and you will get all this content for free. And let's hope we win this evening against Girona. Thank you everyone for watching. Come on, the Reds.